Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Got a few things going on for you today. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to announce a trailer giveaway for video that's going to be coming up next. It's either going to be Thursday or Friday of next week, but it'll give you time to enter for that trailer. We're going to be doing your choice of 3 trailers this time. It's either going to be 850 Modding's Versamaxx, ATS Trucks and Trailers Reviews SmithCo Side Dump, or Sartana Modding's Dryvan. So that is what is on. That's how you're going to enter. Go ahead and obviously details down in the description for those 3 choices. Put that choice that you would like to win into the comments, and that enters you into the contest. Again, we'll be doing that, announcing the winner on next video, which is either going to be Thursday or Friday. To make sure that you're entered, most likely if it's going out Thursday, I'm recording on Wednesday. So by Wednesday at noon, have your entry in. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a new trailer. It's relatively new, but definitely new to the channel. We're also going to take a look at a steering wheel pack. That is a first. We've never taken a look at a steering wheel pack, but it just so happens that the trailer we're driving today and steering wheel pack is from the same developer. So we'll talk about that a little bit, then we'll do a drive. And I've got a little experimentation on the drive because I've been having issues driving in California with a trailer, and I thought I'd fix the problem, but apparently not. I wanted to try to replicate the problem so that you guys can see it. Maybe someone can give me some insight, or maybe I'm going to try it a different way, if it fails, and maybe that'll solve the problem. So a little bit of experimentation in it, in this one, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into all the build options for this new trailer. So we're looking at the Trailmobile. This is a trailer from Moiza Mods, and you can only get it, to my knowledge, you can only get it on his Patreon. He's also offering a steering wheel pack. I'll be talking about that in a little bit, and I'll show you the different options that are there, but you also get the steering wheel pack with the Patreon subscription. Obviously, for most of us, myself included, his trucks like the T800, the W900L, the W900A, those are purchased separately, not on the Patreon. Although I believe he does have a version of the W900A through the Patreon that is light, or it's not getting updates. You have to go and contact him directly to get the truck, but through Patreon you get the steering wheel pack and this trailer, and we're looking at Smokey and the Bandit style here. Besides that, what you're looking at is and what I'm featuring today is Goggles did his old school trucking and logistics on this trailer, so we'll take that for a drive. Besides that, it's just Smokey and the Bandit, and of course you can do it in the single color or the 3 color options on the custom metallic. In terms of options, chain type is single. Body, you can do it in aluminum, and we're just really looking at the sides and the top here, or we can do it in chrome, or we can do it in color. In terms of the chassis, we've got a 45. We can also do a 53. And I would like to point out that this thing does have sliding tandems. I haven't tried it on the 45, I've only done it on the 53, but the 53 has sliding tandems in-game, even though it doesn't make that notation here. In terms of the accessories, we can actually go through these. There's not too many of them, but let's go ahead and pick one. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a color here, any random color, so we can see what's going on. And as far as the options here on the trailer front, we have a few different options. So we have these 3 options that have the thermo on it, and 3 that don't have the thermo. And when it does or doesn't, we have aluminum or chrome or color. So here is aluminum, chrome, color, and then with the Thermo King, we get aluminum, chrome, or color. So that is up to you. I tend to like to run color whenever I have a skin, but sometimes I'll mix it up and go chrome. I do like chrome on a reefer. Tanks. So we've got a couple options for tanks. We'll come down here. We can do a double aluminum, and that's so 1 on each side. That comes in chrome and color as well. Or we could do a large in aluminum, chrome, or color. And that color actually translates. And if you take a look at that, look at what Goggles did. It actually translates so you get some of that old school even on the tank. Nice job, Dan. Markers, we can keep it simple and just go with the stock lights. And you put basically, 8 of them? Something like that. And then we could also do the custom lights. Custom lights, you don't actually get nodes, but you get a ton more lights. Just something to think about. For the walls, the skin is showing because I have it set to color, but I can change that real fast over to chrome or aluminum if I want. We'll leave it on color. And I believe we have a little light plate here in the back, and we've got 4 options here. So you can get a short one, you can get a short one with lights, or you can get a large one empty, or a large one with 4 lights at the bottom. Fenders, you have 2 options. Fender 1, some of you might like this one. Number 2, I don't know. I've never seen that on a reefer, but I don't tend to build show trailers that often. Wheels and tires, of course. Mud flaps, we've got Freightliner, we've got Hobbs, we've got Kenworth, and we have Peterbilt. I'm probably going to put Kenworth on there because we are driving a Kenworth today. Rear bumper, aluminum, chrome, and color. And then up here, trailer right, so we're basically looking at the frame of this, and we're looking at the usual suspects in terms of color or chrome with aluminum. So let's look at them. Chrome door with aluminum frame, chrome door with chrome frame, chrome door with color frame. Then in color, you get the same aluminum, chrome, and color frames, but the entire thing will have the skin on it because it's color. Aluminum and chrome and color. I'm probably going to go ahead and stick with the color, to be honest with you. And then our last option here is what we want to do with all of these latches. And we can have the latches in aluminum, we can have them in chrome, and we can have them in color. I think it kind of fades too much into the skin. I don't think it takes away from the skin at all to get some chrome on there. And that's pretty much our options. Tank, we already did. It's on the other side. And these are the markers. So those are the options for the Trailmobile from Moiza. Again, this and the steering wheel pack is what you get with the Patreon subscription. So some of you might like that, some of you might not. It's completely up to you, but I'm definitely supporting him. I have most of his trucks anyway, if not all. And guy does a really good job. It's one of the main reasons why we're driving what we're driving today. So let's go ahead and get over to that. Okay, we are in Los Angeles today, and Los Angeles seems to be a little bit of the issue that I was having earlier when I was trying this. We do have Moiza Mods W900A in the needle nose version. Love the needle nose version, and I went ahead and more or less matched that baby blue color on Goggles' trailer on the old school skin. So we're riding blue today. As far as engine goes, we've got a 600 horsepower Cat 3408 Slav Jerry, and I will be driving a 5.4 Spicer with a 3.50 differential. So I will have some twin sticking going on. Before we get going though, we already see a little bit of an issue here, and the issue is we are in California, and having the tandems back that far is not going to help out at all. So let's go ahead and get her started real fast. And we'll get her in reverse. And we're going to lock the tandems. Get her in gear. So you see we can slide here. Alright. Go ahead and get the parking brake. Unlock the tandems when we take off, we don't forget. So this is basically what I did. I picked up my load here in Los Angeles, and I had the tandems back just like I did. I already have the load on, so I'm trying to replicate it just like that. And when I went out to hit the road, the tandems were far back, and it started fining me an obscene amount. If you look at my account there, I have negative 8,468,728 negative. When I started the drive, and I only drove for about 20 seconds, when I started the drive I had 126,000. So for about 20 seconds it fined me $8.5 million, so what, four and three-quarter million, or what is it, 400 and some $75,000 a second is what you get fined, unless there's a problem with the trailer or there's a problem with California. I have had this problem before when it was a recent update to a John Ruda reefer, and I tried to run it in California with a 53-footer. I had the tandems forward just like I did here, and it still fined me. I want to see if it's still going to fine me again. So let's go ahead and get the lights on. We'll get the parking brake, and let's get on the road and see what happens. See the map. Need to zoom out. Get some wipers too. Let me go ahead and get that other camera on so you can see the shifting. So let's see what happens. As soon as I hit the street, it was either right here or when I went around the corner. This is a 5.4, in case I didn't say it. Yeah, I think right when I came around this corner, because I picked up from the same spot. Is where I got the fine right here. Alright, so it seems like it doesn't matter if you pick it up with the tandems, so yeah, you can pick it up with the tandems back, so long as you leave the lot with the correct configuration, because we moved those tandems forward, then I think you're going to be okay. I think that's the problem. If you leave this lot, even if you pull into another lot, move the tandems forward, it's just going to keep finding you per second. So that's something. Now that we know that isn't an issue, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. We are running from Los Angeles to El Centro, I believe. Yeah, we're dropping off at the ADM, and the job is vegetables. So we got vegetables on here, 68,343 pounds. That's a good amount. That is a real good amount here. So we'll get going now. Traffic has cleared a little bit. We'll just take that whole next gear. Little lag there. Must have hit a cut plane. So the other thing that I didn't really mention that I wanted to, well, I didn't get to the steering wheels, but the steering wheel, it's pretty plain if you just buy the truck. And this is, there's like 5 or 6 different variations and like 3 different brands for all of them. I think there's like something like 15 or 20 different options on the steering wheels. So you get the overall shape difference, and then you have differences in how you brand it and in what colors you brand them. So I'll show you the steering wheels then at the end, because I forgot about that. Or you know what, well, maybe if we can hit a shop. Let me take a look at the map. We got a shop on the way. I guess I could pull in there real fast. Yeah, I'll just do that, and then it's going to reroute us over to there. And it's a slower way, but we'll do that so I can show you the steering wheels. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you was the graphics. So I am running PNG as the base, but I don't have the weather in here. The weather So I'm using a combination. I've got Zeemods Weather System, so you can still see the right drops. You still get the good sound. But I am using Skyforce Weather System. This is you have to be a Patreon subscriber to Mobile K. I've covered Mobile K before. I'll have a link down in the description. But we are running. So we're running the Skyforce Weather System. It was updated since I ran it last on this channel. It was updated actually at the beginning of May 8th, I believe. Some more options have been added in there when we get to it. I'm not sure if we're going to see it on this drive, but there is fog simulated in here with this weather system. Oh, because I didn't have the blinker on. And there's 3 different types of fogs depending on what area you're in and the everything going on. Maybe we'll see fog, maybe we won't, but that is part of the updates. The other thing that was updated was we have some new Reshade presets, and I'm actually running one of them right now. It's the amber one. So there's like 3 different main categories. One of them is realistic, the other one is photographic, and the other one is sunglasses. And we're running in the photographic category, and this one's just called, it translates a little bit better when it's not raining, but this one is called amber. Probably let up. Looks like the rain let up. I think we can go down to that lower setting on the wipers. As we get up to power, think she can do it. Let's go ahead and drop back down. See if they'll let us. The bridge is... Oh, you know what? We're getting those sounds like it's not raining anymore. Do we have to get over? Yeah, they're letting us over. Yeah, so the sun is coming out now. We're not going to get any fog. And the skyboxes are meant to match and give you that overall feel with the Skyforce Weather System. That's why if you're running in a cloudy area or maybe early in the morning, depending on where you are, you'll get 3 different types of fog. I haven't seen the fog yet myself. I've only seen pictures of it. It looks pretty cool, but it is something that I'm definitely looking forward to. So I'm going to be messing with this again. It's it's Mobile Case Skyforce Weather System, available through Mobile Case Patreon. I'll have a link down in the description. And again, I am running the amber Reshade preset. See if he tickets me. We're going a little over 60, and we're not supposed to be doing that in California. But he also hasn't fined us because of the tandems. So it turns out, even if you pull into a job site and you take the job with your tandems back, which is illegal in California, all you have to do is move... Whoop, cut plane. All you have to do is move the tandems forward before you leave the premises or get on the street for the first time. If you leave the premises with the tandems back, you pull into another spot, and then you move the tandems to their proper spot, it won't count. It won't recognize it, and you'll get dinged like, again, what is it, like $450,000 a second. You can see, I mean, look at the bank account. Negative 8.5 million. Can't make that up. So that is and it dings you, like it makes it very obvious. It just goes diddy diddy diddy, and you just hear the cash sound keep coming until you decide to stop. So they don't hide it at all. They make it very apparent, and it's kind of obnoxious, but that's how you do it. Just make sure you leave the premise where you picked up. Make sure you leave with the tandems in the correct order. You can't change them once you leave. The only thing you can do is cancel the job. Yeah, you lose the $12,000 for canceling the job, but I'm really not worried about the $12,000. I was more concerned about the negative $8.5 million. So pretty big penalty in California, and I'm glad that I was able to kind of run that experiment and figure out what it is. So that is what that's about. And so I think they had us getting off the freeway because we're going to head over. Yeah, we're actually going to head over and go into the shop here so I can show you these steering wheels, and then we'll get going further onto Centro. But I will meet up with you in just a couple seconds as we get over to the shop, and then I'll show you the steering wheels. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at those steering wheel options. So if we pop into the inside here, this is what it looks like. It's a little bit harder to tell, especially when you have some harsh light and shadows inside the truck. But if we click on the steering wheel, so we have like all of these options. There's just absolutely, there's so many in the different types of shapes. Let me make sure that we're only using this other one's. Which one is it? Is it that one? No, it's not that. It's the Moiza steering pack. Okay, so we're just looking at the Moiza steering pack here. This is kind of a basic one that you get, and this one, so it doesn't have any company or anything. But then in terms of shapes, so this is one of the shapes of the wheel, and you get them in different, so you get it in black, you get it in a wood, you get it in a paint, and is that a different type of black? Okay, so this is black with the chrome on the inside. This is black with the black on the inside. And by default, you don't actually see this Kenworth logo. That's a separate option. Once you choose, it's blank, and then you click on this node, and then we can go in and we can see. So if I wish these were labeled so I could do a search for Kenworth, but we see what Kenworth is right here. We could go to this Kenworth, so you can customize the inside of it as well. There's another Kenworth, I believe, somewhere in here. So that's without those lugs, without those nuts right there. This is the one I was using. Is there another one? I think there is. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. So you get it with the screws and everything too. So you can get it in black, you can get it in chrome, you can get it with screws, without screws, and then you also have Peterbilt. You have and ooh, that one's raised. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. So we must have a raised one in black too. Maybe we'll go with that one. That's looking pretty cool. So let's remember that. Well, we also have Peterbilt, International, Freightliner, your own logo, Forever Sharp. So you get all of those options in all of those shapes and colors, and that add-on center section again. So let me see if I can find that again. Is that the one we're going to go with? Yeah, that's the one we're going to go with. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty darn cool. Or should I go with the... Does it have a raised one with chrome or not chrome in the center? Oh, was on the wrong node. I think if you do that raised one, then I think it's just the chrome in the middle, which is fine. Look at how many options you have, and that's just for that smaller option. Again, you can always go back and change out the overall shape. There's the Forever Sharp, so there's that shape. There's also this shape. I don't need to go through all the colors and wood and everything. There's also this shape, and then you get this shape, and you get this shape, and you get this shape, and this one, and that one, and that one. There's just like, to have that many options, and we're still just on the basic shapes. So you could do, I mean, to your heart's content here. I'm probably going to go back here. Let's go with the black. So I'm feeling kind of with the black, and then we'll go with that raised hub in the center is how we're going to be doing it. But tons of options, and you can put, I mean, whatever truck you want for this. Peterbilt, Freightliner, International. No options for Max that I know of. I didn't think there was an option for Western Star or anything like that, but maybe those could be added later on. So those are the steering wheels in the steering wheel pack, and the Trailmobile trailer that we're driving right now are what you get for the Patreon subscription to Moiza Mods, completely separate from the full purchase of the W900A, the W900L, the T800. So just to let you know. All right, let's get back out on the road. Okay, so we have the original parts on the steering wheel. I couldn't afford to do it because I have negative money, so that sucks. But anyway, let's get down the road and see if we can, you know, pick up another $15,000-$20,000. Maybe that'll put a dent in our debt. It won't. I think I'm just going to have to fix that with the TSSE program, which is not a big issue at all. Just kind of sucks that they ding you $8.5 million for that violation. I think we're going left here. Yep. And no traffic. Let's take advantage of it. We do have a center lane here that we can pull into. Make sure we clear the trailer. Plenty of room. Oh, and he's going to let me out. Thank you. I think we got to get over here to the right. And what is that, a brake saver on this? No Jake on a 3408. But I'm just loving the sound of it. I'm probably just going to keep the 3408 in this truck. And Slav Jerry is my favorite. I know that, especially with this air start, I know that I believe Johnny Cash has a 3408, and I know that Zeemods has a 3408. This is my favorite one, and this one has like that brake saver. You can kind of tell in the background real quiet, but Zeemods doesn't have anything. No brake saver, no Jake or anything, and I'm not going to do that because it's not going to work for me. I'm going to end up crashing into stuff. So what do you guys think of the Reshade? Give it a little bit of a yellow hue, a little amber. Simulate the smog in LA. That would be cool. And I think that's one of the things on the to-do list of Mobilek, the Skyforce Weather System. Would be cool if it had smog as an option. So we can run smog in here in California.
Turn right.
Probably should have been in a lower gear for that. And we'll slow down because we're not going very far. Oh, I forgot to get fuel. Man. I'll keep that thing up top open for you so you can see what gear I'm in. Again, main is on the inside. There's 5 gears. Auxiliary on the outside. As you can see, low, under, direct, and over. That's what we're dealing with today. got to get over. That guy's not going to let us over. Come on, guy. You suck, bro. What a dick. Come on, man. Follow that guy to a truck stop. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just a game. It looks like we're getting over here east. We've got to get on the 10. Love how they do this transition. This is so realistic. The 5 and the 10 share this road for just a little bit. We were just on the 10, by the way. And then we take this little brief area. I know it's actually a little bit longer than what it was here because everything's compressed for the game, but it isn't that long at all until we can get on the rest of the 10. This is the part that is unrealistic. Usually it'll be another 45 minutes out to San Bernardino, in that area, out to that valley, and we'll be there in about 4 minutes. Well, 4 game minutes. It'll feel like it'll go by like that. It's crazy. Love having all those gears. Unfortunately, we're not even going to be able to use that last one. I'm not going to have 5 over because we're in California. But we will stay to the left. We'll take a look at this Trailmobile and Goggles old school skin on it. And we'll try to do it without hitting any traffic. Can't promise anything. I went with the Kenworth mud flaps on the back. Chrome pieces all around on the frame of the truck. Chrome parts on the latches, chrome on the rear end. I don't think we're going on the 15. Yeah. I think we need to get further over. We have room. That guy's kind of getting over too. Whoa! He tried to speed right on up. That's okay. And we're going a little fast here. Let's get in 5 over. I don't see any cops right now. What are we looking at on the map? Yeah, we're just going to keep going on the 10 all the way out to Palm Springs. We're already like out in San Bernardino, past San Bernardino already. That would have been at least a 45-minute to a 1-hour drive. But the compression. So yeah, we're already getting into Palm Springs, Indio, Blythe. From where we cut off, where that 5 and the 10 met, that's like a 2-hour drive. Hour and a half, maybe, no traffic, middle of the night. But not like 2 minutes. Sometimes that compression kind of gets to me. We'll just kind of cruise here. I mean, what are they going to do? Ticket us? We're already down $8.5 million. Kind of just want to cannonball run it. Went on the live stream yesterday with Goggles, and he did a drive using the Alaska North to the Future. He was coming from, I can't remember exactly where he was coming from, up in Alaska, and he was trying to make it down to Canada, and he only had like an hour left or an hour and a half left on the stream, and so he cannonballed it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it going right here. I know I'm speeding, but we're looking at a couple other things going on. The steering wheel pack, the trailer, we're showing you the tandems and everything, so we don't need to make it an overly lengthy video here. We're just cruising along. We got 2 hours left, so let's hit it. Palm Desert. Oh, I haven't been out to Palm Desert in this truck. Don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm liking the this Reshade preset, this autumn one, in the photo folder for the Skyforce Weather System. And I didn't dislike at all any of them from P&G. I'm just trying them out, just doing something different. So even with 63,000 pounds, because we got 600 horsepower, we're up to 75. We're just chugging along. Of course, no big hills or anything. We would be out in Phoenix in no time. Let's get back in the truck. Bit of an uphill, but no big deal. Yeah, the more I drive this Moiza Mods W900A, the more I am loving it. And that's like knowing that the steering wheel, I was like, man, I wish I could get another option for the steering wheel. And then I noticed the Patreon has the pack, so it's like, hey, might as well get a free trailer with it too. So, well, not free, you're paying for it, but steering wheel pack and a trailer for 10 bucks, not bad. Not bad at all. And I don't mind supporting the guy. He does good work. I'm pretty happy with the skyboxes here too, this Skyforce Weather System. It's pretty accurate to what you see out here in California, especially once you start getting out into the desert. A lot of sparse clouds, flat, high in elevation. Did a good job with that. I would just love to see if he keeps going. I want to be able to see and evaluate the fog, and I want to be able to evaluate if he's going to put smog in. I know that light's red, but I just have a brake saver and I can't stop, so it is what it is. We're just going to keep on moving. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn my seatbelt on. This truck is part of the Zeemods audio framework, so you do get that. You can turn the engine fan on. We'll do that now. You can hear a click, something engage. And we do have a reefer. We can get that going too. I wonder how I'm set up for it. Got to do it when I'm on a straight, because once I go into the console to see if it did anything to turn on the reefer, then I can't steer. More or less on a straight here. It's off. Whoa. Almost lost it. Almost lost it. Okay, we got to click it again. I think we're on. We should be on continuous now. I'm going to cheat a little bit over here. Yeah, I think it's on continuous now. That's the one thing you can do also with that Zeemods audio framework, is turn the reefer on, off, or continuous. Or maybe it's automatic. I don't think I've been on this road. I'm going to level with you. I'm very happy too on this Reshade that the ground isn't all washed out. And I have to tell you that even though I'm running the Skyforce Weather System, it is replacing, for the time being, it is replacing my weather portion of PNG, but PNG is still on my cut plane. Yeah, there's a bridge, that's why. PNG is still running my graphics on the ground, all my textures, road textures and stuff. So I just have the base of PNG and then Skyforce Weather System. That's what the large tank looks like on the Trailmobile. And I could have changed the lights, but by the time I realized that I could have had those other, I thought I was going to get light nodes, so I just went with the automatic lights, kept it sparse. I was going to change it just like I made that change to the steering wheel that I showed you, but you can't really make a change with negative $8.5 million, so kind of is what it is. We got some stickers on the back. Vehicle makes wide turns. If you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. Please don't tailgate. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Good detail. I would love to see some more skins. Yeah, we kind of ran that. Looks like we got a train up ahead. I wonder if we're going to run into that. Yeah, I have not been up here in this area. Out in the desert. Get that engine brake off. Will make floating a little bit easier. Yep, this is pretty much what the California desert looks like. It's not a whole lot going on. I am just going through. There we go. Got a load of cores going out here. Alright, just a couple more minutes. I'll meet you when we're dropping off. This is pretty typical. This is pretty typical. Guy made the turn, but he stopped at a light. And actually, I was making a left to get onto this road, and the guy in front just kind of jumped forward and almost hit me going through the intersection. I had a green arrow. So that cued this guy in the yellow truck to try to pull in front of me. Alright, get out of here, buddy. In fact, I'm going to have to move over so I don't get hit by him. Really? Really, buddy? Man, you guys are being crazy out here. Man. Oh, crap. Well, the last 5 miles are what's really going to get you in this game. And this is no exception. Must be coming from over there. I haven't seen a train in a while. At least not on the channel. What's going on? It's not registering. Get on the inside so I can hear the clicks. Should be just down the road now. And we are pulling in to the ADM here. Which driveway is it? What's that one? Okay. Hopefully we didn't hold up too much. Oh, held up a few people. Which way are we going? All the way around there. Got a big bucket. Must be the Rogers. Low boy. I almost got it on the color match. It's a little bit darker, but then it's a metallic option. Could have just done a single color, but then I wouldn't have got the old school logo on it. Love those brake sounds. Where do you need it? All right. That's not too hard. Oh, might have to get in the cab for this one. Just gotta spin her around. Or you know what? I have room here. I'm just gonna line it up like this instead of trying to spin her around in there. So what I'm gonna do here, I already have the tandems pulled forward, so I have a shorter turning radius. Reverse. We'll go in reverse under. I gotta kind of hug that. Oh, it doesn't like. Oh, I had the Jake on. Yeah, that's no good. We hear that air start again. Yeah, we're right up against those silos. See if we can get away with turning before we get to them. Don't want to hit that trailer back there either. Oh man, maybe I should have just turned around. Because now I'm going to have to straighten out by doing a blind. Ah, that's no good. That's no good. Let's see if I can redo this. Let me just come farther over here so that those tanks really aren't affecting me. We'll come out over here. We'll kind of U-turn it. There we go. That should work fine. Where are the lines? Can't see the lines anymore. Oh, the lines are way over there. Man, screwed that up. I thought the lines were right next to this other trailer, and I was. That's incorrect. All right, we'll get it in there now. A little bit more. Now we'll bring it back. Yeah, that'll be fine. A little bit on the line, but that's okay. That'll work. Take it out of gear. Parking brake. Parking lights on only, and we'll shut her down. Well, thanks for the drive. Thanks for coming along on the drive from LA to El Centro. I'm glad we got that worked out. So just make sure if you're taking off in California, before you hit the pavement, after your pickup, make sure those tandems are pulled forward. Otherwise, they will light you up to the tune of, what was it again? $8.5 million fine. Again, I had about $126,000 before I made that error, and I ran it about 20 seconds that way. Negative $8.5 million. A little bit ridiculous. I think SCS needs to work out that fine a little bit more, unless there's some sort of issue with the trailer. But I didn't get the. I took off from the same spot in California, and I didn't have the issue this time. So I just moved the tandems forward before I got on the road, and I think that should do it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the Trailmobile. About the steering wheel pack, about the Skyforce Weather System, whether you like the Reshade option or not. And don't forget, also enter for the trailer giveaway. Again, either 850 Modding's Versamaxx, ATS Trucks and Trailer Review SmithCo Side Dump, or Sartana Modding's Dryvan. Put any one of those options, whichever one you want, put it in the comments and you'll be entered for the giveaway that we'll be doing this coming week. Again, and probably get your entry in by Wednesday around noon. That would be the latest that I'm going to be starting to record a video. In any event, if you Any other questions or comments, drop them below. Thanks for coming along on the drive, and if you like what you saw, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already so you can see all my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.